We've come a long way from Enola Holmes in 12 months' time.
Yeah.
I expect... What can audiences expect from this in comparison to that?
From this? Yeah, I mean... they are worlds apart, I think. I don't think Tewkesbury and Sid would have got on. I did put it that way. I think Sid would have tried to headbutt Tewkesbury, my character in Enola. But yeah, no, I was so excited, you know, because I played those parts quite a lot, so it was amazing to step completely outside of what I knew and my comfort zone and be trusted with a character such as Sid. It was a real joy to sort of mess myself up a bit, you know.
And you're bringing to life a band that defined an entire subculture, an era of music and of art in this country and abroad. But a lot of young people these days will know much less about them and how that actually came about. Was that something that was exciting for you as an actor, and did you learn a lot in the process?
Man, I learned so much. I really didn't know enough, if anything, really, about the 70s. So I was so happy to be taken through that time period, and what a crazy turbulent period it was. And also to share that with like a new generation like me who knew all about it.
It's almost like less pressure for you to be taking on a character that is sadly no longer with us, as opposed to elsewhere where you may be thinking about what are they going to think about it, etc.
I've thought about that, but you know, I think the fact that Sid is no longer with us is sort of, there's the same pressure, if not more, to be honest. The fact that I'm sort of in a way in charge of his legacy, you know, to a point, obviously not. But retelling his story in such depth is like, no one's really done that before, so there's a real pressure that comes with that.
I suppose as a young actor as well, there's a number of kind of writers and directors you kind of hope to tick off as your career goes along. To be working with someone like Danny Boyle over 6 episodes must be something special.
Yeah, it really was. I've never worked with a director in such depth. And he just amazed me like constantly. But he's just such a lovely bloke. He's such a down-to-earth guy, and there's so much going on in his head, and he manages to translate it in such a cool, poetic at times way, you know. And he gave us so much time. I mean, for God's sake, he gave us a 3-month period ahead of schedule, which you just don't do, just to prepare and get into character.
One thing he did do to prepare, one way he did throw you into the deep end is, I believe, like some of the gigs you played on this were like actual real gigs you had to play.
Yeah. That was the part of his philosophy, I think, to get us playing the instruments as a sort of way into the punk movement in our characters. So he got us for 2-3 months learning all the instruments, and learning to play as a band. So like I met this guy through that, and all of my bandmates, we sort of forged a relationship through music, which was a joy to do, having never played bass.